a lot of things going wrong. I'm losing money. So I was at a low, bro, at a point where I had less than $1,200 to my name. Bro, I got to figure out a way to make some money. So from there, bro, that's when life changed. In 47 days, I had got access to $167,000 in funding.
I like what you said. You said, basically, I wasn't gifted. Like, my gift is executing.
Facts.
Sometimes it's not more information that you need. You need to take the information you got and do something with it.
This is how you see people getting 100, 150, 200,000 in a week because they understand the strategy. So I'm gonna can I give y'all this a full funding sequence they can go run?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, listen, this is how you go get 150,000, right?
It has to work or it has to work.
And I just want to go ahead and take a minute and thank our sponsors, right? Brought to you by our agency, Circle of Greatness Agency, where we partner with coaches, consultants, course creators, and online business owners just like yourself, and we help you scale. We've been behind the scenes of some of your biggest digital brands, some of your biggest digital coaches. We now inject our proprietary digital system behind them to help them grow. So if you're looking at this, you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're a course creator, you are looking to have a webinar, you're looking to grow your income, you're looking to become a better speaker, our agency can help you in various ways. So if you're looking for a partner, if you're looking to learn more, if you're looking to see how we can help, go to www.partnerwithneo.com right now so you can learn more. And without further ado, get ready for the most impactful, most enlightening episode that you have ever experienced.
Welcome to Circle of Greatness. I'm your host, Nehemiah Davis, and I'm really excited about this episode. So many of you are wanting to know, how do I get business funding? How do I leverage my credit? And how do I get to the next level? And I've been watching this brother help so many people get in the credit game, get the funding they need, and give game, no gatekeeping, to help you grow and get to the next level and show you how to turn your credit to cash. Without further ado, I'm going to bring up entrepreneur Darius Benders. What's up, my guy?
Man, good, man. How you been?
How you feeling, man?
Good, man. Blessed, bro. If I was to complain, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, I want to hear the story, man. So I heard, and I don't know, someone said, like, I think Marcus mentioned, like, him 500, that where are you from?
I'm from Boston, Mass.
You're from Boston,
Yeah.
but he told me, like, you might have came to an event or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
walk me through the story.
3 years ago, I was living at my mom's crib.
Yeah.
I had moved out, then moved back in, and pandemic was a tough time.
Yeah.
And bro, I was at a point where I was in a nightlife previously,
Yeah.
but during the pandemic, obviously that died out up north. Atlanta was still open, but we was dead.
Yeah.
So
We was
open, green. So, long story short, what I had did was I had went into the pandemic up some money. But you know how, as ambitious people, we always gotta be doing something. I could have just sat, but things weren't working for me. A lot of things going wrong. I'm losing money. So I was at a low, bro, at a point where I had less than $1,200 to my name. So I'm like, bro, I gotta figure out a way to make some money.
Yeah.
So I had seen all these ads online, circular CEOs. I see black dudes getting money. I'm like, nah, they going crazy. I don't know what they do, but I know I need to do something. So long story short, I didn't even have the money at the time to be able to get a ticket or take a plane. So me and my cousin, we had to go half. Y'all had like a bonus.
Yeah.
You get one, bring somebody. Yeah. So we ended up having to drive down here because I ran out of money. But I always say that day was one of those aha moments for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We say exposure equals expansion. And where I'm from, I had never been exposed to certain things. Yeah. I didn't know you could make money online, and I didn't know about credit and funding. The only people who talked about it was mom and grandma, who said don't use the card. So for me, I always say that day was the day that I would say changed my life, right? I could say it changed my life. I say it saved my life because, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So that day I had network. I remember y'all had said, like, you need to be in here introducing yourself to everybody.
100%.
And what I had went in, because I didn't have a niche, was I said I do marketing, because the nightlife was like marketing. Yeah. But I met some people who was in the credit funding, Airbnb. I met a lot of people, but one dude, shout out to my guy, Mel, me and him chopped it up, and we just hopped on Zoom every week. And he gave me value, I gave him value.
Yeah.
And once I seen the credit, the funding, I'm like, this is cool what I'm doing, but I need that.
Yeah,
like, I need to learn how to leverage, because I don't got no money right now.
Yeah.
So from there, bro, that's when life changed, man. I think in 47 days, I had got access to $167,000 in funding.
Wow.
And then from there, I had started to get back on my feet. I got into the car rental game, started getting 4 or 5 cars on Turo, leveraging those, making money. Then I made the mistake that most entrepreneurs do. We get into everything.
Yeah.
Right? We're not an expert of anything, but we
Yeah.
get into everything. So I got Airbnbs. I tried all these different things.
You was leverage. You was turning that credit into cash.
Turn it up. I'm like, I'm back. I'm back. So so then I started focusing on the funding business. All right, and that's what we started helping people. And the beautiful thing about the funding business that I loved was high profit margins, low overhead.
Yeah.
You can go out there and not put no money down and really acquire a customer and go make 10, 15,000. So I started doing that for about 6, 7 months. Got really good at that. And then people around the way started asking me, well, how are you doing this? Can you teach me? And like y'all used to say, once somebody start asking questions, that means we can start making some offers. So from there, I started getting into the education space, learn digital marketing, really learn how to turn up online, leveraging OPA. And from there, 3 years ago, from August 9th, was my first $10,000 month online. Now we've been able to help thousands of people, help people make 6 figures, 7 figures, and just blessed, bro.
Yeah, bro. I love to hear it, man. I love the story because it shows resilience, but it shows I can do it.
Right.
Now, a lot of times you go to these events and they don't know, like, yo, we were examples. Like, we've been in this game a long time. I helped a lot of people make a lot of bread. And it's like, I need people to know, like, yo, you could do it. But just to hear that you saw it and then you went and go. I always say, you got to see it before you see it so you can seize it. Like, you got to vividly see the life that you want to create.
100.
And you work diligently every day till you get there.
100%, bro. That was the first time I seen a Lamborghini, bro.
Yeah.
First time I seen a McLaren.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I got to get one. I don't know what I got to do, but I'm going to come back and get one. And, you can only grow to what you're exposed to. And one of the biggest things, y'all was talking about that day, it was a lot of game. It was definitely, but it was like execute. Because so many people,
That's the game.
We love the information. They, like you said, they addicted to information, but allergic to execution.
Yep.
And my greatest gift is that I'm not gifted. I never was good in school. I never was the student who I barely graduated, but I knew how to run the play. Right? I was the person who just needed one thing, and I'm good. I'm gonna run the hell out of it till it's burnt out.
Yeah,
right?
that's me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it in the ground.
Exactly.
Like, I'm gonna run the play in the ground. I like what you said. You said basically I wasn't gifted. Like, my gift is executing.
Nice.
My dad been in jail since I was 2 for murder. He died there, kicked out of high school, college, fired from 10 jobs. I decided to go all in and I execute every day. And that is people be trying to figure it out. Sometimes there's not more information that you need. You need to take the information you got and do something with it. And what I've come to learn is once you start doing it, you get addicted to it.
Absolutely.
Like, once you
see a result, you can't stop. It's almost an obsessiveness.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing I always tell people is, and my motto, and even in our programs, is think less and do more.
Yeah.
There's too many people are overthinking and not doing enough. And I feel like sometimes what we may think is our disability be our best ability. I don't know much to do, so I gotta run down, right? Rather than, I know all of these different things. Let me try this, this, and this. No, I give 100% to one thing, and that thing gonna blossom.
Yeah, and that's it. And I tell people, when you do that, everything changes, man. So part of our show, bro, is we like to give people game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my whole thing is about leveling people up. And I want to say, did you say your first funding was $67,000 or $100,000? What was the first?
$167,000 in 47 days.
Okay, I would like for us to give people a path right now to being able to go get 50 to 100K. Like, what is yo, bro? I'm coming to you. I'm trying to figure out how can I get 50 to 100K, because you and I both know, my last job I made 18,000 or so a year. I wouldn't, and that's 16. I would never be able to save 20,000. It would take me forever. And I also didn't know the importance of leveraging credit, and no one never taught us to talk about credit, right?
Yep.
So now that we understand that we could take this credit, and turn it into cash, what is the play on, I want to go get me 50 to 100K to go leverage and go generate income through different streams? What's the first steps, bro?
Bro, 100%. First thing is going to be personal credit, right? That's your foundation.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, ask about credit score. Everyone wants to know, what's your credit score? The reality is, let me tell you this, your credit score is not the most important factor. It's your credit report, right? I like to compare it to a resume. If you went into a job, you might have 10 jobs on a resume, but if they say you've been fired from 6 and you ain't lasted long in 7, 8, and 9, you're not gonna get the job, right? So people think having a higher score means you always get more money. I got people who come to me, they might have a 750 And we can get them some funding, but somebody could come to me with a 695 and we could get them more funding, right? First thing I'm gonna tell you is this: you want to build out your report. All right. So we want to think about primary accounts. Primary accounts are anything that's in your name. So we talk about student loans, auto loans, mortgages, lines of credit, credit cards. All of these things are primary accounts. If a person doesn't have any primary accounts, first thing I tell you to do is let's go build what we call credit builder accounts. This is gonna set us up, right? You can go to Self, you can go to Kickoff, you can go to Credit Strong, you can go to Ava. All these plays are gonna allow you to start building on-time payment history, which is the biggest factor in your report, right? They're gonna report every single 30 days, and most of them are gonna report to all three bureaus, which is good because now every single month, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian all see that we're reporting on-time payments. Another hack I would tell people to do is this. If you're someone who's been paying rent, this is the play I ran that helped me go crazy early. You can go to rentreporters.com and not only are they gonna allow you to report on-time payments, but they're gonna allow you to backdate. So although I was new to credit, I now had a 9.5 year report on my credit that was reporting leverage in mom's house.
Wow.
The way it's gonna work is every month they're just gonna text the landlord. They're gonna simply say, did Darius pay rent? Did he pay on time, and how much did he pay? All your landlord got to do is check those boxes, and now you're good. So that's the cheat code. When people ask, what's the hack? That's a play you can run right now. Wow. Another one you can
How
run
many points to your credit could potentially go up leveraging that?
Average of 40 points. On the high end, I've had students come in and they increase their credit 150 points.
Whoa.
Right? Some might be 30.
That could take somebody from a 680 to a 720. That
100%.
could take you from a 720 to a 760.
100%.
Ooh,
it changed the game.
That could take you from bad credit to good credit really almost instantly with one play.
Absolutely.
Somebody in the chat write one play. And in the link, I'm going to drop a link below where you're going to register for this class where you literally can learn. You're going to be breaking this down, showing people how to get credit to cat. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I need to keep going, though.
We ain't even really get started.
Yeah, let's get started.
Then from there, I want you to double down on that, right? Because when we talk about credit age, it's gonna come down to an overall average. So a lot of people think because you have one or two accounts that are newer, that's gonna help you. No, we gotta double down. So go also add rentalkarma.com. Next thing I want you to do is, if you're a person who you can leverage other people, right? We always talk about OPA, OPI, OPM, leverage other people's credit. So if Mom Dukes or grandma, let's say they had a credit card for 20 years, they ain't using it because they're not an entrepreneur maybe. What you could do is you could say, Mom or Grandma, I want you to call your credit card company and add me as an authorized user. Now what's gonna happen is you're gonna be able to piggyback off of that age, and that's gonna also help your overall age. Yeah. Next thing I want you to do, because we wanna diversify.
And I want you to keep going. I love it. But I don't want them to miss the authorized user play. My daughter is 19. She got a 760 credit score because I put her on a couple credit cards 7-8 years ago.
Fire. Started her early.
So now she no cosign on her apartment.
She's good.
Buying a brand new whip, no cosign on the whip because of what we did. So one of the immediate execution plays, call somebody who you know that have good credit.
Yes.
This may not be a mom. This may be an uncle, a friend, a cousin. And here's the strategy. Tell them they don't even got to give you the credit card because some of them might be like, I don't know if I... Don't hold on to the credit card. I don't need it.
Yep.
And watch your points. What is the average points you could get off of that?
It depends. So if you're dealing with age and if you're newer, let's say I just started building out my report and I'm at an average of 2 years, I go add my friend or my mom and a 20-year account. That could increase my credit 100, 150 points. If I'm in a situation where maybe I'm at that 695, I got older accounts and I just need a little boost, it can help me 20, 25 points. But regardless, it's going to help the overall report.
Yeah.
Right.
Beautiful.
And then, like you said, the biggest thing is trust. So if you don't have someone that you trust, what I would tell you to do is go check out TradeLineSupply.com. They're gonna allow you to be able to leverage them. They have what we call authorized user accounts, but they're based on an actual company and they're super credible. I've been using them for years. You're gonna be able to sort. They have a section based on limits and based on age. So if you're someone who you have high utilization and we need to get the utilization down, then we will go to a high limit. Once you sort by limit, it's gonna start with the highest trade lines. Let's say it's a $60,000 limit. Let's say right now, you're a person who, you got $50,000 available credit. Maybe you stuck using $25,000, you ain't got no cash flow. If I go add a $60,000 trade line, now that $25,000 goes from 50% to now it's out of 100,000, 110,000. So now I'm at about 25%. I'm in a much better position to now go out and get funding. All right, so run the trade line play. And the dope thing about that is you can also leverage them to be able to make money, right? You can go out and sell trade lines because people need to be able to increase their credit to get in position. From there, what I tell you to do is we always want to build relationships, y'all. If you're watching this, relationships in business is important. Relationships in your personal life is important, but very, very important in relationships when it comes to banking. So what I tell you to do is go to a credit union. That should be your first place everybody go.
Any specific one?
I got a ton. You could go check out DCU. You could check out Pennsylvania State Employee Credit Union. You could check out, obviously, Navy Fed. You could check out State Employee Federal Union. I got during the class when y'all come out, I got a whole list of 25 I'm going to give y'all out. Yeah. But what I tell you is the easiest way is go to ibanknet.com, go to credit union tab, and look in your local zip code. Why? Because we can build those real relationships, right? People were very interactional. Like for me, my first relationship was at DCU. I went in, and because I was asking my banker more questions, it helped me. Why? I thought that I could only go in and get the credit card. No, get one car. She said, do you want a credit card as well? It'll be under the same inquiry. I said, yeah. Then she said, you can also get a second vehicle to leverage. I said, absolutely. But if I wouldn't have built the rapport, I wouldn't have been able to go out and do these things. A lot of times we're scared to ask bankers questions because coming up, we had a scarcity mindset. Or if I ask questions, I don't know, it might hurt me, right? So what I tell you to do is go open up a pledge loan or a secure product. It could be a secure credit card. It could be what we call a pledge loan or a shared savings secure loan. Essentially, this is going to allow you to build an internal score with the credit union, which is then going to help you when we decide to go unsecure. Now we're going to get our first $20,000 to $25,000 limit. Woo! Yeah.
Sauce like that, huh?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I feel like, bro, this type of information just, I know it was around, but it was no one out here telling it when we was coming up. Like, it wasn't no one
teaching it.
Bro, it's like, I was just talking, right? It's like, I'm up in the air with my kids about putting them in school because they give them so much useless information.
Facts, agreed.
Right now, the average adult can't tell you the 5 factors of a credit score.
No.
They can't tell you that 850, I believe 850 is the highest, is the max, right? It's just so many things that we should be knowing. Like, we should be knowing these things because when you turn 18, turn 19, everything now is dependent on credit and money.
Absolutely.
Why aren't we learning about these in the school system?
You know why? Schools are business. You know, they
want to keep you in a rat race.
100, which is why mentorship is so important. You get to get around people who got, I like to say, more valuable information to the real world. Things we're doing.
And a mentorship is so important. A lot of people think when I'm telling people to join my coaching program, tell them to join your club. I'm not telling you this solely for me to generate more revenue. Right. It's not like, join. It don't matter. Join somebody. It don't got to be mine. But I spent $500,000 the last couple of years, and my biggest mistake was I didn't spend enough. Because the more you learn, the more you earn.
Facts.
So people got to understand. So don't just listen to these credit plays you should be taking notes one by one and be like, which ones I'm going to run. I'm about to have them break down even more because y'all know we do masterclass style. You got to come get people game so they can use it to level up. But here's the thing. You actually got to use it.
Yeah.
So what else you got, man?
Now, I got a lot. Next thing is, this is what I tell people. Understand that we can leverage debt to create more leverage. What I mean by that is, a lot of people don't understand that there's something called debt consolidation loans, bridge loans, personal loans, all essentially the same thing. So one of the plays that we use, whether you're a funder or you're just putting yourself in a better position, is this. You can go check out a play like SoFi, Avant, Upgrade, Upstart. And what these plays are going to do, if you go there, they have a pre-qualification, right? Pre-qualification means they're going to let you know if you have an offer and for how much before you decide to accept the offer. So then remember, most people don't understand 30% of your credit report is gonna be based on utilization. So what I can do is I can go get a personal loan from a place I just gave you. I can take that personal loan, pay down my credit card utilization that has me stuck, and now I'm in position to be able to go to the business side. And if you're a funder, now I can take that play, I get paid twice. Most people get paid once, we get paid twice. Why? Because if I get you a personal loan, I'm putting you in a better position now because now you can get that utilization, but I still got paid on that. Now we set you up for the back end. As we say, amateurs get money on the front end, experts make money on the back end, right? So that's a play everyone can run to be able, if you're having utilization issues. Next thing I'll tell you is we got to set up that business the right way. A lot of people, they want to get access to big funding, but they don't want to look like a big business. If I pulled up on you in the street and you had the hubcaps falling off, a hole in your shirt, I'm not finna shop with you. Yeah. Because you don't look the part, right?
Yeah. Dress how you want to be addressed.
Same thing. You walk into the bank, you don't got a business address, you don't got a business email, right? So I tell people, go out, get you an info@yourbusiness.com. Make sure that you go to GoDaddy.com, get you a simple, you can get you a domain, get that. Make sure that your business address is not attached to a UPS, a FedEx, a PO box. Make sure it's attached to a physical brick and mortar building. So one of the biggest mistakes I see people do is they simply don't do their due diligence. So what I want you to do is before you purchase an address from Opus, Regis, what I want you to do is put it in Google, See if it's attached to an actual building, and that's going to tell you what you need to know. Now you're good to go. You don't have to go back and redo it. All right. Next thing you want to do is you want to have your business phone number. Right? You can go to call8.com, get you a simple toll-free number that's not attached to your business phone number. Now, I'm going to be honest. Can you get funding without having a toll-free number and without having a proper business address? Yes, you can. But why get a little if we can get a lot? So it's not that you're going to get automatically denied, because we fund people regardless, but it's that you're getting less. And the other thing is it's dangerous. Why would you want people with your cell phone number or your personal address? When you have a business, your business is public information. So if someone looks up your business, now I can see that you're using your home address, which there's crazy people out here. So from there, what I tell you is it cool if we get into business credit card stacking?
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
So when it comes to business credit card stacking, a lot of people are confused about it because online, I think a lot of the gurus, they make it seem like it's something it's not. They'll tell you got to pull up multiple tabs and do all these extravagant things, but business credit card stacking is very simple. Essentially, it's understanding what banks are pulling from which bureaus. You got the 3 credit bureaus like I talked about earlier, Experian, you got Equifax, you got TransUnion. I need to know every lender that I'm looking to apply to, where they pulling from. Why? Because now I get into strategy. If I know that Navy Fed, American Express, and Bank of America are going to pull from Experian, what I can do is I can apply for one product right after the other, understanding that that's only going to give me 3 inquiries, but it's all going to be under the same bureau. So now that I know that, I can say, okay, let me find some banks that pull from Equifax. Let me find something that pull from TransUnion, and now I can go maximize. One way you can do that is you can go to creditboards.com. This is going to tell you
Creditboards? Got it.
.com. It's going to tell you what banks are pulling from which bureaus, right? Now that you know that, it's easy. This is how you see people getting 100, 150, 200,000 in a week because they understand the strategy. So I'm gonna can I give you all this a full funding sequence they can go run?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, listen, this is how you go get 150,000, right? First thing I want you to do is I want you to go out to, like I said, Bank of America. They're going to allow you to get 3 business credit cards with 1 inquiry. It's all going to be 0% for 9 months. Second play I want you to do is I want you to run to Chase. The reason I want you to go to Chase is because Chase has something called a 524 rule. What that means is if you have more than 5 credit cards in a 2-year span, they're automatically going to deny you, right? Chase is now giving out anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 in funding, all right? And this is going to be the easiest way to be able to create leverage because it's 0% for 12 months. The next play I want you to do is I want you to go to American Express. American Express this is one of my favorite plays because you can actually go get up to 5 business credit cards with just 1 inquiry. Now, the way I recommend new entrepreneurs play it is go get the 2 blue cards first, the blue plus and the blue cash. The reason being is because those are going to be 0% for 12 months. Then after that, then we get into charge cards. The difference is traditional credit cards typically have lower interest rates, and then charge cards, usually you have to pay them back and forth within a 30 to 60-day time frame. So what you're going to do is you can go check out the gold, the platinum, and the plum. The plum card is going to give you 60 days to pay it back in full. The gold and the platinum, they're going to give you 30 days. If you don't pay these cards back in full, what's going to happen is then your interest is going to go through the roof. Now, with just Experian, what we've done is we just went out and got 5 plus 3, that's 8, 9 business credit cards. Next bureau we can go to is we can go get credit cards that pull from Equifax. Now, a lot of these are going to be regional banks. Regional just means they're jail-based. They only serve certain places. For example, Truist. Truist isn't everywhere, right? But you can go check out Truist. You go check out Citizens Bank, and then you could go check out Key Bank. All right, all of these places are giving anywhere from $25,000 to $50,000. Even if you're a new business, right? If you're a new business, you build a 4 to 6 week relationship, then we can go out and get a bag. Then the last play you all can run is you can go to some TransUnion lenders. You guys can check out Univis. You can check out GM Marcus, all right? And then you can also check out US Bank. And if you run that exact sequence on the lowest end, you should be looking at anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000, right?
Wow.
And the thing about that is, the beautiful thing about all business credit is we can always remove the inquiries. So because I can remove the inquiries, if I want more funding to run more plays, I can remove them and go back and run more plays. Because anything that I get on the business side, these credit cards, it doesn't report to the personal credit, which is how we can go out, spend on things like marketing, advertisement, getting coaching, the things that you need to be able to move the needle.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. How often should you be reaching out to the creditor asking for a credit increase on your card?
Great question. I say, depending on the lender, typically every 60 to 120 days. Most lenders are going to be 90 days, but there are some who want you to be there 4 months. And just so people kind of understand context, because I think a lot of people might hear you say that and say, oh, my card maxed out, but I'm still going to ask for a limit. Yeah. The way you get credit limit increases is by utilizing the card, but paying it down either in full or as much as possible. Because what'll happen is eventually they'll give you what we call a forced credit limit increase. They'll do it for you before you even have to ask for it, because they see that you're actually utilizing the money that they're giving you. But you got to keep those payments down.
Powerful. Bro, this has been like, you literally gave a master class on personal credit, how to build it, how to credit stack, the authorized user play. I don't want the, like, one of my homies, and I don't know if this is legal. So, I don't even like saying things there. But I know people charge people to make them an authorized user for having good credit. So you may pay somebody $1,000 for 90 days. Absolutely. And what if you got 5 people doing, like, there's ways. Listen, on my podcast, I don't say nothing that's questionable. So I feel questionable about that. But I don't do none of that. Yeah, but I know people do charge for that. But there's so many benefits of just having good credit.
100%.
Like, I remember, man, like, your car note payment goes much different from a 680 to a 720.
Crazy different.
Then a 720 to a 760. Like,
different.
It changes,
interest rates, everything. I tell people.
And that's based on your credit.
Having bad credit is costing people. Like, people don't understand. You paying more in interest rates and the opportunities that you're missing out on having bad credit than any price of getting your credit built, getting coaching, any of that stuff. It's costing you much more.
You don't want to pay to get it fixed. It's costing you a lot more not to fix it.
Facts. Absolutely, 100%.
It's costing you a lot more not to learn this information,
100%.
Bro. What else do people need to know right now, bro? We in this year, and people want to dominate this year. They want to win, right? They want to get to another level. Outside of executing, is there any other plays that they need to be thinking about, or at least,
for sure,
like, because I wish somebody would have broke this game down to me at some point.
Me
in time,
too.
Bro.
That's why I'm so quick to give it, because we didn't have it. I think, mindsets have shifted, the culture shifted. But what I'll tell somebody is this: if you're looking to get to a place where you're making at least $10,000 a month, you need to consider starting a funding company or adding funding as a service. The reason why is because it's the easiest business to get into. It don't take a lot of overhead. You can leverage other people. We sell money. I don't hear a lot of no's, right? Yeah. Everyone likes the person who sells money. So first thing I'll do is I would tell you the way a funding company works is you get 10% commission. So if I don't perform, I don't get paid, right? So no one can ever call you a scam or anything like that, because you literally don't make money unless you get your client the result. The way it works is we get paid 10% on the back end. So for example, I just showed you all how to go get $150,000. If I were to do it for them, apply, what I do is now I'm getting $15,000 a pop. And the easiest way to do it is OPA, right? Other people's audience and other people's platforms. One of the plays that you all can run right now to go find your first client is you can go on Instagram, you can go in the search bar, you can type in coaches or consultants. What's gonna happen is the e-learning space is the fastest growing business in the world. So from that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna like a few of their pictures, I'm gonna send them a message. Hey, I love what you're doing now. I see you helping all these people make a lot of money online. Would love to be able to come in and add value to the community and help your people get access to money so they can spend more and more on marketing, get more results. Now, the win for you is now I'm able to come in, help your people get what they need to get a better result. But also the other win is I'm gonna kick you back a percentage. So I'm kicking you back on 10%, 1 to 2%. So if I go get your client 10,000, I'm kicking back Neil $2,000 for doing nothing. Who's mad at that? Nobody, right? And the great thing is what you do is we do a free call for that coach or that consultant every single month. Now what happens is I get even 2 to 5 leads who qualify. Now I go in there and make $20,000 to $30,000 a pop.
Wow.
Right?
Crazy.
And this is a play. I just had one of my students run it. He just had his first 6-figure month just from funding. And he's running this exact play because everybody who's coaching needs a credit or a funding coach in their community to help their people go crazy. Another play that we run is we're big on leveraging what I call who has my money. So you got to think, if I sell money, who has the people that qualify? Credit repair specialists, tax specialists, anybody in the financial literacy, local business, right? So one of the plays you could do if you want to run a funding company, go get your first 2 to 5 clients is go to Instagram, go to the search bar, type in credit repair. Anybody who has credit repair in their bio is going to come up. Yep. We're going to do the same thing, like 3 pictures. We're going to shoot them a message. Hey, how you doing? I see you're running a credit repair organization. Looks like you're crushing it. I wanted to know if you'd be interested in making an extra $50,000 to $100,000 this year without doing any work. When I send that DM out, it's up. So let's say what I'm seeing is about a 20% conversion. So every 10 people you message, 2 to 3 will respond. But the great thing is I only need 1 to get on a call, and now they're sending me work every single month. Yeah, so powerful. I don't have to spend money on marketing because the power in it for them is they've added revenue for doing no work. They've added revenue to their bottom line, more cash flow to be able to grow their business. The win for me is I'm out making money with no overhead, right?
Yeah.
So I tell people this is one of the easiest ways to make six figures. It's the only business I know you need one client a month to get to your goal.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, man, because we talk about how it can be easy. We talk about the successes. Let's talk about what are some mistakes that people should be looking out for when you get in this game. Because I'm big on the reason why I pay for a lot of coaching is I don't want to repeat the mistake that you made.
I love it.
Whether it costs a 6-figure mistake, a 7-figure mistake, I want the fast pass. I want to get there quicker. I want the speed, right? Success
100%.
loves speed, I always say. So what are some things people should look out for in this whole credit world?
I love it. In terms of the funding business, the biggest thing is not going off handshake deals. We don't do nothing off handshake. I don't care if it's your cousin.
Yeah.
You need to have a contract in place.
Yeah.
All right. So what y'all can do is you can go to ChatGPT right now. You can tell it create me a contract where it states that I am your company is going to be doing the funding for the name of the person, and in the contract you needed to say that you are to receive 10% 3 to 7 days after they receive their credit products, and then have a place for them to sign and me to sign that says they're allowing me to be a power of attorney and apply on their behalf. Once you cook up that prompt, it's going to create it for you. It's going to have your business there. You need that signed before we start the funding process. All right, that's one of the biggest mistakes I see people doing. And what happens is if they don't sign a contract and they run off, you don't have anything. You just lost out on an opportunity. Next thing I tell people is the biggest mistake people make, not understanding how to pre-qualify people, not understanding data points, right? We talked about that personal credit foundation. But when I go tell people online, I'm helping people get $50,000 to $100,000 of funding, everyone's gonna say, yeah, I need it, but we have to have automations in position to be able to qualify those people. If they say I have negatives, automatically they need to go to an automation. Right now you don't qualify, but here's credit repair. Right now I don't do credit repair, but what I'll do is I'll partner with people who do.
Yeah.
Right? I got people in my inner circle, they cooking. Instead of leaving that money on the table, I just send it to them, they handle it, kick me back my percentage. Right, and then the third thing I do is, third mistake people make is not leveraging affiliates and partners. Right, because you're working hard, not smart. And everybody needs money, like I said. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we maximize on other people's audience.
Yeah, and it's powerful, bro. I mean, I've been teaching that OPA forever, just getting in front of other people. Like, you have to spend money, bro. I tell people all the time, I pay to play. I ain't gonna lie, I don't do a lot. Like, I want to get there faster. I like building relationships, but the cash opens up doors where I could get busy quicker,
100%.
right? Me paying for coaching, me paying for mentors, me paying to get in rooms, like that has been the game changer. Like where you said you were at several years ago to now being able to build your business to the level is that drive your dream car, live the life you desire, work out when you like, you know, that's honorable that you just made the decision to go all in. So I just wanted to commend you for that. And thank you for coming on here and not gatekeeping. I don't like when people come on here and be like, oh,
cool.
Like they trying to hide stuff. No. He earned the right for you to come check out what he got going
100%.
on, right? So there's go and give the people a final tip of advice, my brother, and let them know how they can tap in with you.
For sure. I would tell you, man, the sooner you get to your dream life, the longer you get to enjoy it. So stop waiting. I think a lot of people, they think of money wrong. They think of holding on to the money, but money is meant to be multiplied. And what I learned, the biggest thing I learned in this game is when you pour into yourself, you become more premium. When you become more premium, you feel more premium. Now you're able to go out and perform more premium. So I'll tell you, spending money on you if you want to grow and get to that next level faster.
Yeah.
And then the IG is all my platforms are at Darius Benders, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Make sure y'all follow me. And I'm going to have the links in there. We're going to rock out.
Let's do it. So y'all make sure y'all tap into him. Phenomenal class he got coming up. Just from what I've heard, y'all know I'm very serious about who I put on my platforms. I take it very serious, but I know he's a man of integrity. I know he got game. So I'm going to drop the links below so y'all could join his next situation. It's going to be absolutely game changing for you. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.